Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to recreate a look by P.Louise. I will place that photo right here. So last week she did a live stream on IG and she's doing a contest to see who can recreate the look the best and win $250. So your girl is in it to win it. I need $250 to purchase more stuff. At least it's being gifted versus me using my own cash, because your girl is not on anybody's PR list. So, if you can throw me a coin or two, it is definitely beneficial. But nonetheless, so I'm going to go ahead and try to recreate this look to see if your girl can win. I figured that it'd be, good content, whether I win or lose, just to recreate the look because it's pretty dope. Plus, I had purchased some new products by P.Louise. I know I was supposed to be on this no-buy situation. I disclosed that, but it did not last. Your girl needs help. I need to go to a meeting or something. It's serious. But I couldn't pass up on these. So I did get the new P.Louise Mmmmitchell Acid Rain. They're paints. They're not bases, according to what they said. It doesn't say on the box whether or not it's a paint or a base. I did watch their video they had on P.Louise's channel, and they did disclose that these are paints and not necessarily bases. Not that you couldn't use these as a base, like you can put a shimmer on top of it or whatever you want to use on top of these, but these are supposed to set by themselves, which I have tested. At first, I didn't really think so because I had tried the blank canvas on my lids, and it appeared that it creased a little bit, but I did test them out to see whether or not they'll move without me putting anything on top of it, and it didn't, at least for the time that I was rocking it, because it was just around the house. So we're going to recreate the look and of course implement these new products I did purchase. So if you're interested in seeing how I recreate this look and how it turns out, by all means stay tuned. But before you get all cozy, there is a subscribe button over here. Your girl is almost at 3K and I'm trying to get there before Christmas. That'd be beautiful. So if you can help me get to that goal, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I know there's like 74% of people who watch my videos who are not subscribed, which is sad. Like, you watch, like, what is it that I'm doing that's not making you click this button? But go ahead and click it. It's right there. Alongside of its notification bell, so you want to make sure you don't miss another video from your girl. So go ahead. They're both right there. Go ahead. Click it. Woo! This look seems like, okay, it's not going to be too tasking, but I feel like P.Louise's technique is so distinctive, and I don't know whether or not, I think she does the eyes first and she doesn't do brows, not like that, like it won't be like filling them in like that and carving them out or whatever. So that will definitely be a first for me. So I'm going to prime my face. I figured that I can start from start to finish. I really don't show all of my products all the time because it is time consuming, but for those who are just now tuning in, I'm just going to start from the jump. So for my primer, I'm going to use this Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. This is my favorite primer. Nothing else seems to work. I mean, I still get oily with this primer, but it's the best one out here for me. And so because this one is drying and gets really matte, you will get ashy. It'll look real dry, but you just pat it in. I wouldn't rub it around because if you rub it around, it'll start to crumble. And for my eye primer, I always prime my eyes before I lay down a base. That's just what I do. I know that that's not something a lot of people do, but for me, it works. It keeps my eyeshadow in place. And when I was watching that P.Louise video on how to properly use these paints or whatever, she stated to use these alone, but because I am a person of habit, that's going to be hard for me to do. But what I won't do is put like a blank or lighter eyeshadow base before I use the paints because I don't want to manipulate the color. If this eye looks a little red, it's because there's something in it. I done flushed it out and it's just not trying to come out. It doesn't itch, it just hurts. All right. I think she does. I think that she does carve the eyebrow just a little bit before she lays down the color. Just a quick product update. I want to say a few videos back, maybe 1 or 2 videos back, I had mentioned these P.Louise brushes. At first I wasn't sure how to think of it because that was my first time using them, and I thought that the bristles wouldn't get flat enough to make, you know, sharp, you know, cuts, but they actually do. The tip to these brushes is that when you use them, you have to basically saturate them with product to get a nice cutout. To carve out, like if you're doing a cut crease, to get right in there, you need to saturate it with whatever it is that you can use, concealer, bases, or whatever, and then carve it out to make it flat. Just a tip. That's what worked for me. So I'm going to carve my brow using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in Honey. The first shade that I'm going to go in with the Acid Rain collection is Glow Girl, and start from the inner corner, and it looks like this. So the hole is big enough so if you get too much, you're able to put some in. The only thing is that if you are using these on clients, or you're using them to go into your makeup kit to work with clients, then I would start with very little and then build, you know, your way up. So then you don't have to put any back. You understand what I'm saying? So start off very small. And I'm just putting this on my brush. Oh, I know these hairs look crazy. And I'm going to start right in here and I'm just tapping. Okay, but it does look deeper. It doesn't look like it's this light in the photo. So we're just gonna lay this down as a base. I mean, the person that she did it on is also lighter than me, so there's no telling, but I'm just gonna do it as I see it, like how I see it. And the colors look deep. So I'm going to, not really sure. I think the other shades are, at least that green. I don't think that green is a, oh, well, no. I think that the green that she created there, I think that is the lime green of the Acid Rain paint that I do not have. That's exclusively to the P.Louise website. So I'm going to use my pigments from Dulzura Cosmetics in green and yellow to make that kind of a lime green. All right, so the palette I'm going to use to help me get through this this look is the Lick and Lash Beauty Playful palette, and I've used this once before, and the palette looks like this. I'm going to go in with the shade Sugar Plum, and I'm using the brush by Morphe M456. If it deepens it. I'm gonna see if I can get a little deeper. Since Sugar Plum seems to be a little lighter, I'm gonna try to, let's see what Slaying, if Slaying can get it any deeper. Okay, I feel like we can still go deeper, but I'm not really sure what color I might have that can assist with this. Hold on. I had to pull out the Subculture palette. Yes. She's a little used and abused. I'm going to go in with Rowdy. Rowdy's the shade right here. I already did it on this eye, and I mixed a little bit of All Star right there to kind of, you know, oops, not make it so dark, because you can see she's dark. And take a little bit of All Star. And now we're going to go in with a green. So now I feel like I need to stick with this color. Okay, hold on. Let's, oh, you know what's crazy? There was a lime green in here. Why did I use, let me see if I can go over with this lime green over here. You know what I gotta do. I can't. So I wanted to give the greens a go before I cut on this this camera. So the only thing that I did switch up was that I used Life of Lime for the brow bone, this lime green right here, versus using the loose pigments. And then what else did I do? And then I added some more base down here to make sure that my eyeshadow would hold on to my, yes, that the eyeshadow had something to grip on, dear Lord. I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix Parakeet and Envy, and I'm just gonna tap it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with, did I switch it up? I think it was a mixture of the two, if I can remember. I'm gonna go in with Cosmic Dust, and in the Subculture palette, Access. I think it was a nice little combo, to be honest. So I was just trying to play around with the color, try to get as close as I could. And this first shade I'm laying down is Cosmic Dust. And now I'm gonna go in with Access. It's just slightly deeper. And I'm just gonna take this brush that I use, and this is, I don't know if I said it before, the M441, and just kind of blend. Blend, kinda. And then the brush that I used for the purples, or whatever color, purple, maroon, just kind of infuse all of this together. Just make circular motions so you can get a good blend. All right, because this look is a cut crease, and we are cutting it with a blue shade, we have to clean this up a little bit. And because I've really never, I don't think I've ever done this before, I'm going to take a wipe and I'm just going to clean some of this off. And I'm just going, like, I'm actually cleaning it off where I have my fingernail. And then so it's kind of just digging into my crease. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it's cleaning up the area that I need it to be clean. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Acid Rain shade in Nitro to cut the crease. I'm not sure if this is the accurate shade that they use, because again, like I told you, I didn't see the eye look. So I'm gonna get the brush nice and saturated to cut this crease. This is not something I want to rush. Okay, and the next shade I'm gonna go in with is Ecstasy. And I didn't want to, like, I tried to clean up the Nitro as much as I could, but I was a little bit afraid that I would jack it up. And I'm using this P.Louise brush. They don't have numbers on it, but it's in that brush set. And I think this is the smallest brush she has in that kit. I may have to switch this out. You know what? I think so, because it's a little big. I'm going to switch that out. Anastasia brush, because I think that might give me more precision. And I would suggest to like pat and not drag. And I'm gonna go in with Ibiza, so lighter purple. And I'm kind of coming in at an angle. I have to grab some more of, what's this other shade I use? Ecstasy. And this requires some precision. You're not going to blend these like you would like eyeshadow. You have to tap. Tap to get that blend. And at the tail end of this wing, there is a pink shade. So I'm going to take Raver, which is a kind of a bright pink, and then I'm gonna mix it with the P.Louise Rumor Zero to kind of get that shade. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of Zero in the back of my hand and then dip my brush with Raver and use the back of my hand as a palette. Because I mixed a little bit of the Rumor Zero, I'm not sure if it's going to set on its own with the paint. Okay, so if I have to add a little bit of eyeshadow, then I will. But let's see what this does on its own. Alrighty, and for my foundation, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic in Toggle. It is so odd to not have my my brows done. I forgot to mention the brush that I used for my foundation is the M446 brush by Morphe. All of my brushes for the most part are Morphe brushes, so I can stop saying Morphe. If they're anything other than Morphe, then I'll say that there's something else. Okay, and for my concealer, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix a little bit of Lagos. It's another foundation from Juvia's Place because it's a tad bit lighter. And I'm going to place it in my T, like, you know, under my eye, T-zone. I'm just going to pat it. I'm just going to take a little bit of this Lagos and kind of somewhat give a little shape to my brow. Then I'm going to go in with the Juvia's concealer in number 9. I'm going to take my little Sonia Kashuk sponge. Get my brush and blend out the edges. Just tap. I'm going to take a little bit of this pink that I had on the brush gel and kind of just blend these two together, because on that picture it just looked like they faded into each other, just to kind of freshen up that pink a little bit. What P.Louise puts into her eye looks is quite tasking. Gotta give it to her. Good grief. Okay, I'm going to use the setting powder from Juvia's Place in Gabi. For my all over setting powder, I'm using my Lancome setting powder in Deep. Okay, now for bronzing. So I'm gonna go in with my trusty Sephora Pro face palette. I know, screw the mirror. And I'm going in with my two favorite shades. I'm going in with Jet Setter for my bronzer, and I'm going with Epic. Is it Epic? Epic for my contour. And I'm going in with Epic, and then this is the E4 brush. And for my blush, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me blush. And what shade is this? Berry. And for my highlighter, I'm going in with another Juvia's Place product. And it is the Royalty 1 highlighter. And there's enough in the inner cap that I don't need to dip my brush into the product. What I did learn from, what's her name? From P.Louise's, is one thing I did learn from P.Louise's IG Live is how to truly apply highlighter. So what she said was to put it in circular motions, gives you a better, no, this is a lot, a better blend versus swiping. Now this brush just might be trash. Okay. We're going to take Sweet Cheeks right here, and we're going to place it right above the first shades that we laid down. I'm just going to bring it all the way up to the brow. And this, I'm not really sure which brush this is. I know it's by Morphe, but I don't know which one because it's faded. I've had this one for a while. And I want to say there is a inner corner shade and it looks like white. Okay, so I'm going to go in because this is right next to me. So I'm going to go in with the Norvina Volume 1 palette and use C1, this white shade. I'm going to go in with the M169 brush, like a pencil brush, and tap it in the inner corner. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this brush that I use to lay down that deep plum. I'm just going to brush up. Okay, and for my liner, I'm going to go back in with Nitro. And I'm going to use this Sigma, is it E05? Can't really tell. I've had this brush for Lord knows how long, and it's an eyeliner brush. I'm going to put Nitro in my waterline. So I'm going to go in with Parakeet first for my lower lash and just lay down this green. And this is the M507 brush. And then I'm going to go in with Glow Girl with a pencil brush and with circular motions, just lay the color down. Next shade I'm going to go in is with Cosmic Dust. And I'm taking the M508 and then just going above. So you want to lay this shade and then move down just a little bit. I'm going to take R43. I'm just going to go in with Rowdy because I did like 2 shades of this color, but I'm just going to go in with Rowdy from the Soap Culture palette. And since there isn't a black in this palette, I'm going to go in with my Norvina palette, Volume 1, and use D5, the black shade in here. And I am just going slightly, I'm just going straight across the lower lash line. And I'm just tapping it in. Okay, for my mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Base. And for my mascara, I'm going to use the Rimmel London Wonderfully Real Mascara with Keratin in the shade Extreme Black. And for my lashes, I'm going to use the Dulsuda Cosmetics lashes. And this one is, I think, Fila. I don't think they make these anymore, but they're currently coming out with some new um, lashes, and they are the 25 millimeter lashes, because P.Louise goes for more of a natural brow versus doing the most like I normally do. And so I'm going to brush them up in the direction my brow's growing. And it's just a tint, nothing extravagant. I don't even think that much is coming out of this thing. I'm just going to cheat a little bit and take my brow ultra thin pencil from Maybelline and then just kind of fill in just a little bit. Not too ridiculous. And this is in the shade, I think, Soft Black. And then I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to keep these suckers in place. Okay, and for the lips, you should see the mess down here. I'm going to take my lip pencil, was actually an eye pencil by NYX in the shade Dark Brown. I'm going to overdraw my lips just a little bit because that's what P.Louise does. I should have shaved my mustache. And for my lip gloss, I'm going in with Juvia's Place times Fumi in the shade Royalty. And this lip gloss is thick. Like, super thick. So you want to take a lip, at least for me, take a lip pencil. If you want, I prefer to take a clear lip gloss and then just put it over the lip. You can skip this step if you're okay with how it looks. So this is the final look. Did I tap into my inner P.Louise? So again, when I was watching her live stream, I didn't see her recreate this look. The model already had her eye done. The only thing I saw was how she applied her highlighter, maybe blush, but in the lip. So I know definitely it was the highlighter and the lip combination, but that was it. So I am in it to win it. Hopefully this look will get me $250, whether it's a gift card on P.Louise or whether or not, she's throwing that money on a Cash App. So I'm hoping that I get the win. So let's talk about these P.Louise Mmmmitchell Acid Rain bases. If you watch this video in its entirety, you can see this is all I used. I didn't put an eyeshadow on top of my lid. So the only area where I put the paint down and then applied eyeshadow was where I applied the plum shade. So with the Glow Girl, then I did a shade from the Playful palette. Yeah, that was it, because I didn't put any paint in this area. But as far as my lid, cutting the crease with nitro and applying the paints, look, they're not creasing and they're put. They're not going anywhere. And I want to say there's nothing. Okay. Nothing other than the stain that was already there, and that's green. So you don't need anything else other than this. They blend out well. Again, I don't know if this is something that if you are a beginner that you would want to gravitate towards, because it does require a steady hand and you have to know how to blend to fuse the colors together to have a flawless finish. But if you are a beginner and are interested in getting these paints, my suggestion to you is just try one shade at a time. You can also put a pigment on top of it to kind of give it that extra pop. But, you know, play with them a little bit before you get gutsy to try to fuse them all in together to try to create a look, because it did take me a little bit. This whole eye look took a while. I want to say I started it like around 10 or 11. It is now like 1 o'clock. So it took a minute. I will give it up to P.Louise. How she does her eye looks requires a lot of precision, a lot of patience, a lot of skill. So, you know, I tried it. I don't know if I succeeded, but I tried. If you got this far, please put down in the comment section a purple heart. Purple is my favorite color, and I want to see who's watching my videos in its entirety. I know I talk a bit much, so yeah, leave that purple heart down in the comment section. Also, let me know how this look turned out in your opinion, whether you like the color combination. It wasn't the color combination that I chose, but just let me know. I like challenging myself on trying to use other people's techniques and products and stuff like that. So I'm interested in hearing your feedback. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. I have a high amount of people who watch and are not subscribed. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, please and thank you. Your girl wants to get to 3K by the end of the year. I would gladly appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And if you want to connect with me on social media, you can find me on everything Talia's Eye Candy. That's on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. And if you want to follow me on my weight loss journey, you can connect with me on Beauty from the Inside Out 365. That's my second IG page. And yeah, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye. Llegó la mami que todo desespera, te deja boca abierta.